through many MOCs, spaceships, and much more. Here at James LEGO Studio, we are inspiring all, one brick at a time, to build more epic LEGO MOCs.
Welcome back to Jam's LEGO Studio, and today we're going to do another Set the MOC episode. But this time we're going to change the format just a little bit. So first, I'm going to build the set in a time lapse. Then I'm going to review it, I'm going to tear it back down, and build a MOC from that. So hopefully that's interesting, and let's start building the set.
So I think that building the set is a good idea to do, so that you can get the LEGO designer's intent for this specific set pieces in this set. And in doing so, you can learn those techniques and further improvise on those in different MOCs that you build. So that's why I'm building the set first, and after I do, I'm going to review it, like I said, and then tear it back down to turn it into a cool MOC.
So now I have built this set, and there are some pros and cons that I like and do not like about this set. One thing I do like about the car is that the wings line up flush with the side of the car, which gives it a very nice and modern and sleek look to this design. And also, the other good thing I like about it is the front of the hood. It does have a nice and sleek feature, and I really like the front black detail on the inside of it, using the newer kind of panel pieces. But the windshield is an interesting choice, leaving it kind of a very open, but a minus of this set is that the driving area of this car is fairly undetailed, minus the steering wheel being the remote control piece. So that's something I really do not like about this set. One thing I do like about it is the structure of this. Like you can play with this and nothing is really going to break. So that is a major plus. And one other thing I like is that a lot of newer, well, not necessarily new parts, but lots of gray parts have been re-released in this set that haven't been out in a while, in my opinion. So yeah, like larger gray tiles and slopes are a lot of heavy use in this set, which make it good for MOC builders, which I'm going to be building something else out of the set after I'm done showing you my thoughts. And last good thing I think is the minifigures, which I really like the aesthetics of the red visors. Though it's kind of funny that they use the trans orange piece instead of trans red for the visors themselves. Though I really like the shield, as I'm probably going to have to order a lot of those for my space troops. And I really do like the detail of including this, like the 4 lives piece. It just makes for a lot more fun for playability. But I do like the other blaster. It's a Jurassic Park piece with the red lightsaber hilt from the Praetorian Guards. And for him, I like the fact that the hat and the hood are molded together, which is giving a unique look to the figure. And again, the unique 4 lives piece. This time, I'm having 3 instead of 4. And then it happens to be the same with Kai, which I really do like the molding of the sword holder in white, as well as the visors having it in black, which I find it to be a really cool piece. And then lastly, for some of the negatives on the set, the back area here is heavily undetailed, especially when you put it into its flight mode, as you can see I'm doing right now. It really lacks any kind of detail which leads it to be kind of boring compared to the front. So to me, the model seems somewhat unfinished in the back. Though I do like the design in the back, though it is quite minimal and lacks the side detail to give it the sleek look that the vehicle has. But it does have a playability feature if you turn this knob in the middle. Which will spread out these wings, which I think it is pretty cool. But it just lacks something in the front, even though these wheels, they go down like that. I just think it needs a little something in the front, because in the back you have the bright trans neon green wings, but in the front you don't really have anything like that. I just think there should be a little bit of something there, but overall it's still pretty cool. And the last gripe about the set is that the bottom, as typical for LEGO, is heavily undetailed, which really helps take away from the sleek look that they're going for in the sides and the top. So I guess overall, that is my thoughts on the set. And now it's time to build a MOC out of this set. So I'm thinking, well, either a spaceship or a mech. Keep watching to find out. So overall, this LEGO set to MOC was a very difficult one, because it mostly contained a lot of odd parts and lots of weird Technic pieces. So this is called the Sky Slicer. So you can see we have the 4 big trans neon green swords in the front as slicers. One feature that this has is that all these blades, they open up, so you can get different, I guess, angles to slice your enemies with in the Ninjago world. And then all these blades spin, making for some fun play features when swooshing this thing around. As well as we have the similar looking cockpit to the car build. That opens up partially so that you can get the minifigure in and out around the sword. So you can get him out. Close that. Because he just sits on 2 Technic pins actually. So they incorporate all the Technic. We have some little turrets on the sides. And then in the back, we have the big beefy engines using all 4 of the tires, and that the fact that we get 2 different sets of tires in here means that I can get kind of like a somewhat conical shape for the engines. And then I have some extra greebling on the top with some extra aerodynamic sloping in the middle. And then to attach these swords, I'm using the same method they used in the set to attach the wheels, which happened to work out for the main structure. Although, at a closer look, you'll actually know that this is asymmetrical due to the different pins that they used on the side paneling of the car that I had to use in here. So, overall, this turned out okay, but for one set, this ended up being a very difficult build, and to me it still doesn't quite look as good as I'd like it to be, but we used the majority of the parts from the set, and I'm going to show you all the extra parts now. So, you have all the sword pieces as extra, and then a lot of larger plate that didn't end up being used on the extra minifigure accessories. And there. And then here you have all the minifigures again. Then lots of extra like tile elements as well as a lot of the different Technic connectors and pins, as well as some bushings. Quite a bit of extra, but overall the build turned out okay, I would say. Thank you guys for watching, and this has been Jordan from James LEGO Studio with another set to mock.